All right, look, I need to tell you something that's probably going to hurt a little bit, but you need to hear it. Your goals are probably the reason you're not getting anywhere. I know, that sounds backwards. We've been told our whole lives to set goals, dream big, write them down, visualize them, all that stuff, and you did it. You set the goal. Maybe it was lose 30 pounds, or make six figures, or write a book. You were pumped for like 3 days, you told your friends about it, you might have even bought a journal, and then nothing. Life happened. You got busy, you got tired, you told yourself you'd start Monday, then next Monday, then January 1st, and now here you are, same place you were last year, wondering why you can't just get your life together like everyone else seems to. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Goals are actually kind of useless on their own. They're the finish line, but they don't tell you how to run the race. They don't help you on Tuesday at 6 a.m. when your alarm goes off and your bed feels like a warm hug from the universe itself. What you need isn't better goals. You need better systems. Let me explain what I mean. The problem with goals. A goal is just a destination. It's like saying, I want to be in California. Cool, great. But if you're sitting in New York right now, just wanting to be in California doesn't move you an inch closer. You need a car or a plane ticket, or at minimum, you need to start walking west. That's what a system is. It's the vehicle. It's the daily actions that actually move you forward. And the bitter truth is, you can have the exact same goal as someone who's crushing it, but if they have a system and you don't, they're gonna win every single time. It's not even close. Think about it. You and some other person both want to get in shape. You both have the same goal, visible abs or whatever, but they have a system. They go to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. no matter what. They meal prep on Sundays. They track their protein. And you have motivation, which is great, except motivation is like your phone battery. It drains throughout the day, and by evening, it's dead. And then you're ordering Chipotle and watching Netflix, promising yourself you'll start tomorrow. Goals rely on motivation and willpower, but systems run on autopilot. So, why we love goals. And why do they fail us? Here's why goals are so attractive. They feel good. Setting a goal gives you this little dopamine hit. Your brain goes, ooh yes, we're gonna be rich, fit, successful, and you feel accomplished without actually accomplishing anything. It's like when you clean your room by shoving everything in the closet. It looks good for a second, but you didn't actually solve anything. And then there's the finish line problem. Let's say you do achieve your goal. You lose those 30 pounds. Awesome. But now what? The goal is done. There's no reason to keep going. So you slowly gain it all back because you never built the system that would maintain it. Or worse, you don't hit your goal. You lose 20 pounds instead of 30. And even though you made massive progress, you feel like a failure because you fixated on the number instead of the process. This is why New Year's resolutions have like a 90% failure rate. It's not because people are lazy or weak, it's because they're using the wrong tool for the job. Now, what systems actually look like? A system is just a repeatable process that moves you in the right direction. It's not flashy, it's not Instagram worthy, but it works. Let me give you some examples. Bad goal-focused thinking. I want to read 50 books this year. Good system-focused thinking. I read for 20 minutes every night before bed. See the difference? The first one is an outcome. The second one is a behavior. And if you do that behavior consistently, the outcome takes care of itself. Goal thinking. I want to save $10,000. System thinking. Every payday, $200 goes straight to savings. Done. Goal thinking. I want to build a business. System thinking. Every night after dinner, 1 hour on the business, no exceptions. The system doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care if you're motivated. It just runs. So, how to actually build systems. Okay, so you get it. Systems are better than goals. But how do you actually build one? Because this is where most people mess up. They try to do everything at once and burn out in a week. Look, I'm going to give you 4 steps that actually work. These aren't complicated, but if you follow them, you're going to see real change. So pay attention. Step 1, start stupidly small. I mean, embarrassingly small, ridiculously small. So small, you almost feel dumb. You want to work out? Don't start with, I'm going to train 6 days a week. Start with, I'm going to do 10 push-ups every morning. That's it. Why? Because the goal right now isn't transformation, it's consistency. You need to prove to yourself that you can actually follow through on something. Your brain needs evidence that you're someone who does what they say they'll do. Once that 10 push-ups becomes automatic, you can add more. But most people try to go from zero to hero overnight and wonder why they crash. Step 2. Attach it to something you already do. This is called habit stacking, and it's borderline magic. You take a behavior you already do every day and attach your new system to it. Like, after I pour my morning coffee, I'll write 100 words. Or after I brush my teeth at night, I'll do my skincare routine. Or after I sit down at my desk, I'll spend 5 minutes brain dumping. If you don't know what brain dumping actually is, then don't worry, it simply means taking everything in your mind, thoughts, worries, ideas, or tasks, and writing it all down without thinking or organizing. Once it's all out, you can see everything clearly and start working on things step by step, which makes getting things done much easier. The existing habit acts like an anchor. It reminds you to do the new thing, and eventually, the two behaviors become linked in your brain. Step 3. Make it easier than not doing it. Your environment is everything. If you want to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower when you're hungry and there's a bag of chips in the pantry. Just don't buy the chips. If you want to go to the gym in the morning, sleep in your gym clothes. Put your shoes by the bed. Make it so easy that you'd feel ridiculous not doing it. On the flip side, make bad habits annoying. Want to stop scrolling Instagram for hours? Delete the app. Yeah, you can reinstall it, but that extra step creates friction, and friction kills bad habits. Step 4, track it. You don't need a fancy app, just a basic calendar or a piece of paper. Mark an X for every day you do the thing. Why does this work? Because you start building a streak, and once you've got a few days in a row, your brain hates breaking it. It's the same reason Duolingo guilt trips you about your streak. It works, but the key is, if you miss a day, don't spiral. Don't throw the whole thing away. Just don't miss 2 days in a row. 1 missed day is life. 2 is the start of a new habit. The habit of quitting. Here's the thing that really changed everything for me, and maybe it'll click for you too. Stop focusing on what you want to achieve. Start focusing on who you want to become. Goals are about outcomes. Systems are about identity. You don't want to read more books. You want to become a reader. You don't want to run a marathon. You want to become a runner. You don't want to build a business. You want to become an entrepreneur. Every time you follow through on your system, you're casting a vote for that identity. You're proving to yourself that this is who you are now, and when your behavior aligns with your identity, that's when everything gets easier. You're not forcing yourself anymore, you're just being yourself. Now, real talk, I'm not going to lie to you and say that systems make everything effortless. They don't. There are still going to be days when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, stressed, overwhelmed, when following through feels impossible. But the difference is, with a system, you don't have to feel like it. You just have to do it. The bar is on the floor, 10 push-ups, 20 minutes of reading, 1 hour of work. That's it. And on those hard days, doing the bare minimum is still a win because you're maintaining the system. You're keeping the streak alive. You're proving to yourself that you're reliable. The compound effect. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. Systems are slow. They're boring. You're not going to see results tomorrow or next week or even next month probably, but in 6 months, a year, you're going to look back and barely recognize yourself because small things compound. A 1% improvement every day doesn't feel like anything, but over a year, you're 37 times better than when you started, not 365% better, not even close. It's exponential. That's the magic of systems. They're not flashy, but they're relentless. So forget the goals, or at least stop obsessing over them. Set them if you want, but then put them away and focus on the daily process. Build systems, make them small, make them consistent, make them automatic, and then just watch what happens. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one small system you can start today? Drop it in the comments and commit to it.